Hey, Jacques here. Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you how to take a Bootstrap UI kit from Figma's community and duplicate it and modify it to use it in a design for yourself. Now, just a little side note, this video that you're seeing right now, it's part of a large video that I've created, a huge video where I'm creating and or designing an entire website from scratch, and it is meant for beginners. So, if you're new to Figma or anything like that, it's going to be perfect for you. When you look at this video, just want to add a little side note, just want to make you aware that everything that I'm using in here is part of that huge video. Check the description below, have a look at the link, navigate to it, grab a coffee, and just relax and go through the entire course. A full course, it's free. Everything that I'm using, all the assets, the design, everything, it's in the description. It's free, you can use it. And the design I'm using, the final product, is on Figma's community as well. So again, this video, we are gonna take a UI kit, a Bootstrap 5 UI kit for that matter, and we're gonna start modifying it to get where we want it to be. So check it out. We can start by going to the community and we are going to search for our Bootstrap UI kit. Now, one thing that you'll notice is that you are going to get a lot of results, but usually it's the first one. So I'm going to click on it and it's going to show us the thumbnail, which says Bootstrap 5 UI kit. And I'm going to open it up in my Figma. All right, so now that it's already loaded, you're going to see a couple of things. First off, you will be introduced to the thumbnail, which will obviously say Bootstrap 5 UI kit. But what I want you to do is double click on the name and we're just going to change this and we're going to remove community. Because if you open it up in Figma, it saves a local copy. Now, when I say local copy, I'm referring to it being in the cloud. I'm referring to it being on your actual user account. So now that we've renamed it to Bootstrap 5 UI kit, and by the way, we're going to rename this later on as we progress through this design. But I want you to look at the left-hand side. You'll notice that we have a couple of pages here. We have thumbnail, foundation, components, UI kit, etc., etc. When you click on foundation, you're going to notice that we have a bunch of frames. And when we actually zoom into the frames, you'll see that these are all the fundamental items of Bootstrap itself. So we have colors, typography, as I've mentioned earlier. We have shadows, spacers, fonts, and so forth. The biggest thing that we're going to focus on for now, and in this part of the video, is focusing on the actual colors itself. I've already got a color space that I really like, and so we're going to use this green as our primary color. So I'm going to copy this green and we're going to navigate in, just have a look at the colors. Now there's a couple of ways to modify the colors, but the easiest way I normally find is on the right-hand side, you will see color styles and you'll see primary, secondary, and so forth. But I'm going to click on the primary and the first color, which obviously says color, I'm going to click on the little settings. We're going to edit the style and I'm going to drop in that color that we just copied. And you'll notice that it will change the actual tab or the actual tile. But when I zoom out, you'll notice at the top, it will also change it as well. So everything is intertwined, which is great. I really like that. For now, I'm going to just change the primary color, but throughout the design, we're going to change a lot of these because personally, I feel like this color, which is success, and this color danger, warning, info, those are a little too harsh for what I'm trying to achieve here. So later on, we'll definitely go and change this. All right, so now the next step I want to do is I actually want to change the background color to something that I personally like. Now, this is a personal preference. I normally like something like this, which I can basically see the big difference between my actual frames and the background itself. Now, the next thing, we're actually going to start putting together the design itself. So I'm going to click on the little plus to add a new page, and we're just going to call this page homepage. And so we have the homepage. You can actually move it up to the top. And as that, I'm also going to delete the thumbnail because that's not really something that we're going to use. And same with the changelog and the icons itself. I personally don't like the icons. You can definitely use the icons if you want to, but I don't like it. I use a different plugin in Figma, and I will show you throughout this design which I use. All right, so going back to the homepage, the next step I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start adding my frames. So I'm going to click on the frame icon at the top left, and I'm going to start by dropping in a desktop. So I'm just going to drop in a random desktop. It doesn't really matter at this stage, but I'm going to call this one desktop view. And I'm just going to change the actual width to 1920. All right, perfect. So that is our desktop view. And so I want to do the same for tablet, and I want to do the same for mobile. So I'm just going to take the tablet here, I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to call it tablet view. Beautiful. And now I'm going to do the same for the mobile. All right, perfect. So now we have desktop, tablet, and we have mobile. Perfect. Now we can actually start putting things together.